one of our headquarter branches, with a very special young lady from Southside High School, and I'm going to let her introduce herself at this time.
Hi, I'm Kaci Boyd.
Kaci Boyd from Southside Cheer, correct?
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Senior at Southside.
Yes, sir.
Senior year.
Yes.
Did you think this day was ever coming?
No. It hadn't really set in yet, so.
How has your career up to this point been at Southside, and what year did you start cheering?
Well, I did Pee Wee cheer, and I was like 6, I guess. And so then I stopped doing that and did gymnastics for a long time. And then I stopped doing gymnastics and was helping teach some floor routines to the younger gymnasts when our coach came up to me, because her daughter was taking tumbling classes, and she came up to me and asked me if I'd be interested in trying out for cheer. It's in 7th grade. So that's kind of where it all started.
Wait a minute, you didn't start till the 7th grade?
Not actual cheer.
Really? Because I know some will start.
Mm-hmm. I did Pee Wee cheer for a little bit, and then of course gymnastics helped a lot. Yeah. So
that probably changed your career, the gymnastics.
It did. It did. My tumbling is a lot better because of it. But it did take some getting used to, because the way we do things in gymnastics is kind of different than we do in cheer. So learning to do stuff in cheer is, our hands are completely different. Cheer, fist, gymnastics, it's all very graceful. But so it took some getting used to, but I like it.
Well, let me ask you a question. When you first started in gymnastics, what was it that kind of stuck out to you that made you think, man, I love this right here, this is what I want to do?
Really floor, because I love tumbling. I was always, I'm not going to brag or anything, but I was always very good at the dancing part. And then that's where I really got started at, because I'd always taken tumbling classes, so I was already set for that. But I liked it a lot. Beam and bars I wasn't the best at, but I tried my best. So
I'm a little versed in cheerleading, so let me ask you, are you a flyer?
I used to be. Okay. This is my first year to not be a flyer. So even in Pee Wee and all throughout middle school and high school, I was a flyer. And then of course we got some little ones this year. So they put me as a base, but I like it a lot. So I've
for those
learned
that don't
quickly.
know what flyer and base is, you need to let people know what it is. Because I totally know.
But a flyer, so those are the people that are up in the air. They're basically the faces of the cheer team. And then the bases are the ones who are doing all the heavy lifting. And then of course there's the back spots who are in the back to make sure everything's set and they can see everything. We call them the leaders of the stunt groups, because they can see everything and they know what's going on. If something's going wrong, they're the first ones to know and they can fix it. But the bases do the lifting, the flyers are the faces. So
people don't realize the danger that's involved in that. Because if one person's not doing their job,
no, it can go
seriously hurt.
Yes, it can go wrong very quickly.
Have you ever had any accidents like that?
Not major accidents. Of course I've fallen several times. We get a lot of heads smacking the floor, but we try our best. We try our best to make that not happen. But if a flyer falls, we usually get punished for it. We have to run or condition. So we do our best to not make them hit the floor.
Yeah, you're literally saving lives at that point.
Because,
go ahead.
Well, a flyer falling is going to hurt a lot more than them, or for me hitting the floor.
Yeah, because some of them 15 feet in the air looks like beasts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And doing a bunch of tricks, so
now,
I don't miss that part.
Now, you grew up in Southside, correct? Yes. What is that like, growing up in Southside? I know it's a real tight-knit community.
Yes.
Everybody knows everybody, but for those who are around the state who watch these videos who hasn't never visited Southside, explain that to them.
Well, like you said, it's very tight-knit. Everybody knows everybody. It's anytime with my family, they're talking about somebody, and I'm like, who's that? Oh, they're our cousin. And okay.
That's so true.
But everybody in our school knows each other. The only time we don't know each other, any people, is from the freshmen coming up. But we get to know them very quickly. So.
Well, they got to get on board with you guys or they're going to be out the door.
Oh, I know. That's very true.
Southside Cheer has a really good name in the cheer community. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, we do a lot throughout the community. We do a lot with kids, which I like that a lot. So.
What all do y'all do?
Well, before COVID, obviously, we did the Special Needs Olympics at the Gadsden City's football field, and we used to do that every year, but we didn't get to do it this past year. And then we did I think it's called the superhero run or something like that. We help cheer on the kids, anybody who's running. So that's just a few things we do.
Good stuff.
And then we do, like for the spring game or whatever, we were helping get the younger football players brought in. So we just kind of help the kids a lot.
That Coach Holcomb's done a good job of bringing the youth and the varsity together. I think that's really unique. And you guys have had a big part of that.
Yes, he's done a lot. I think our coach has been telling us how he's trying to get, like, he's involved in the football players, the band, the cheerleaders, the students. He's trying to get everybody involved.
I know recently, we were talking earlier, you said y'all had just gotten back from cheer camp. Tell us a little bit about what goes on in cheer camp. It's more like a boot camp for cheerleaders.
Yes, it can get very rough. They do try to let us have fun, but it honestly depends on where you go. So we go to the beach, so we get a little bit more free time just so that they let us enjoy the beach. But I know, like, if you go to a college campus like Bama camp or Auburn camp, they don't give you as much free time. So you're working. If you're there, you're working.
Camps? Is it colleges? Or?
It's called UCA, but the girls, like, you can try out for UCA, and the girls who come in are all college cheerleaders. So it's.
Did you show them how to do stuff?
Lord, no.
I heard you may or may not have won some kind of award.
I did.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I got All-American, which is our coach usually picks the people to try out, but we'll do all the seniors get to try out and then like a few more. So I tried out for All-American, and that's where you do like the cheer that they gave us at cheer camp and the dance that they gave us, and you try out in front of the UCA people, and they pick who went or like does good.
So is it all seniors, like not just Southside, but any of them that?
Well, the coaches kind of pick from each team. So I don't know really about the other schools. I know several of them do. All seniors get to try out.
UCA administrators are the ones who actually pick.
Yes.
The ones that try out who make it.
Yes. So I got All-American, and then I was also given Pennant Forward, which is where the UCA staff, they'll pick. There was probably like 8 UCA staff people there and there was probably like 12 teams. But they'll pick a person from a team that they think showed like leadership qualities and some other stuff. I don't really know the full details. But I was given that, and then it's called Pin It Forward. So the next day we pin it forward to another person who we think showed the same qualities. So it's a good way to like meet new people. So I gave mine to a girl from Poplarville, Mississippi. So I made
This just in the state of Alabama.
No. The one that we went to was Alabama and Mississippi. So I think there was more Mississippi teams, but like Homewood was there. And then, what's it called? There's another team there. I forget what they're called, but it's fun. We meet a lot of new people. So, man, I've got some new Mississippi friends.
You guys network? I mean, y'all talk like Instagram?
Oh, yes.
Stuff like that?
I Snapchat a lot of them.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
we stay connected.
And sometimes you never know. You guys could end up cheering in college together. You never know how that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for you. For those that out there listening that don't know Kaci, because I know you, Kaci. So, what is one of your hobbies outside of cheerleading?
Well, I'm very involved with my church, and so I love kids. So, I mean, I guess you don't really call that a hobby, but I would call it one of mine.
Working with kids.
I love kids. Yes, I do work in the nursery at my church on Wednesday nights and sometimes Sunday mornings, but I actually have to work the nursery tonight, and I love it. We just got back started this past Wednesday, and I switch around from room to room. So last week I was with like the little babies who are fresh out the oven, and then this week I'm pretty sure I'm with like the 3 and 4 year olds.
I'm taking note because I've got a baby that's not tomorrow, so I'm going to have to give you a phone call.
I love it. It's so much fun. I want to be a teacher, so it helps me get prepared.
That's probably a good head start on that.
Mm-hmm.
Any ideas what you're looking to do after high school? As far as what college, and are
I'm
you planning on cheering after high school?
It's kind of the decision's still being made.
Right.
There's a lot of things that are playing into it. My parents would definitely like me to do it, and my cheer coach.
Any specific school?
I'm really looking at JSU right now because everybody knows they have a good teaching program. So that's where I've kind of set myself. But I mean, I'm definitely open to other schools.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she's not limiting her options. For those who do not know, your mom and dad both, Buddy and I work out with him at the gym. They're both physically fit. So
very.
Talk about that a little bit and how much just sitting around on the couch, eating bonbons, watching TV ain't gonna happen.
No, we don't sit down during the day. The only times we sit down is probably for dinner at 8 o'clock at night.
When I asked about your hobbies, I knew you were going to throw out bike riding. Man,
Oh,
they had
yes.
this 10-mile trip during the first COVID.
Oh, yes.
It killed me, man.
this is the walk in the park for them.
Yeah, she didn't sweat.
It was fun. I liked it. It
It's fun,
was
like
very
it.
interesting.
Yeah.
No doubt. Another thing is talk about, this is your final summer leading into your last cheering season. And I mean, you guys go all the way through basketball season, correct?
Yes.
So talk about your mindset going in knowing that, man, I know it don't seem real, but this is actually your last summer heading into your last season.
Yeah, I don't really like it. I don't really want to leave high school. I know a bunch of it's like either you don't want to leave or you just want to get out as fast as you can. But I don't really want to leave. I like being a kid. I don't want to have to make decisions. I don't know. I've liked high school. I've liked the people that I've met and the friendships that I've made. So, and Cheers helped with that a lot. So,
Most of them would be lifelong friendships.
yes, at least I hope.
20-something years, and like I said, these girls and guys who meet in high school, the ones you cheer with, you'll be lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Who out of all you girls on the cheer squad, who is the class clown? Who keeps it fun the most?
Probably her name's Annalie. She keeps us laughing, and she's always goofing around, and she's got a big personality, and we all love her.
She's a senior or junior?
She's a junior,
Okay.
but
Well, who drives Coach the craziest?
probably her. Probably her. But we all love her. There's no way you can't like her. She's one of
You
the
need those though. It keeps who's got the most school spirit out of all you guys?
most school spirit. Let's see. I would say either Jordan Edmondson or Alexis, because Alexis, she's on the softball team too, and so she's got a lot of more ties to like the student section.
I got you.
So like all of us were all very like kind of stick to our groups, but Alexis has a lot of ties throughout the rest of the school. So I would say her and Jordan Edmondson too.
She's in everybody's clique.
Yes.
But what about like who gets you guys fired up the most? Most
Either
energy.
once again Annalie or Lexi Thompson. She knows how to lift our spirits. If we're down about something, we're all just
Is that Alexis Thompson's sister?
no. I don't even think they're
They're not
related.
related?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. All right. What is some of the things you've gotten to do this summer during your off time when you're free? Like you don't have practice, you don't have workouts or anything. You got to go on vacations or anything?
Yes, we did go. Well, our vacation was kind of like cheer camp, so we went down for cheer camp and then we stayed like 3 or 4 days after, so that I would.
The beach?
Yes,
Mm.
it was real nice.
Kind of relaxed a little
Oh,
bit
yes.
after a long week of cheer camp.
Oh yes, your voice is gone. You're tired. I slept most of the time on the beach. I
Are you
was
serious?
exhausted. I was exhausted.
No doubt. Was your dad up there getting a pump before you hit the beach? Like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I was very surprised he wasn't.
He was
He
just
didn't
chill.
usually. Mom says she was. Apparently, she was getting up early.
Fair camp would be out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
weights before you hit the beach.
I know they definitely missed the gym. So
Well,
No doubt.
So tell me this: who's had the most influence on you as far as getting into cheer? Who's been your biggest fan?
probably my parents. They've kept me in shape. Definitely. They encourage me to go to the gym very often. They're there to give me advice, but they let me go. Like they help me make my own decisions.
There you go. Right.
So it's like they're there to guide me, but they also get that. I mean, I'm not going to be there forever. So
That's right.
they've definitely supported me very well.
Hey, it's okay to get your knees tore up a little bit. And
I definitely have some bruises on them
Hey.
right now.
because I'm gonna promise you, one thing about life, it's coming, buddy. It don't matter how
Yeah.
big of a blanket us parents lay down for a child. At some point, there's gonna be some hard times. And I mean, that's the best way to do it is kind of let you go on your own path and just be there if you need in the background. That's a good thing.
Well, being this your senior year, something Bo always does with the seniors to kind of close it out. Like, is there anything that you want to say or would like to say to your community, your parents, your friends, the underclassmen?
Honestly,
this year?
just thank you. Like, I mean, I've been very lucky that like our school has welcomed me personally, like very, very well. Like nobody's like just shut me down or no. Like I've been very lucky to have the people around me that I do, and I mean, I don't really know. I guess that's just how Southside is. I mean, they are. I feel like they're a very encouraging community, and they help guide their students and younger kids well. So
I think so.
You know, the smaller communities, we had Robbie Davis on.
he was my teacher.
A couple weeks ago. And that's what he was talking about. You know, like the Southsides, the Hoax Bluffs, the Glencoes. You know, it's just such a close knit community, and people support each other.
They do.
You know, not just the students supporting each other, but the parents supporting the students, and it's really neat to have that in a smaller community, and I absolutely love it.
And it's not just like parents and grandparents and like just families who come to the football games. It's the entire community. You don't have to have a tie to a football player or a cheerleader or a band member. You come because it's fun.
Right.
I mean, like he said, there's not much difference between those communities. He said they're very similar, but
They are.
I'm sure you guys probably know the people from those other teams.
Oh, we do. Our schools are very we do a lot of things together. Like we'll have people from our school go into other school proms and dances, and people from other schools come to our dances. I think our communities are very well about changing out
Y'all
stuff.
talk a little trash, though, don't you?
Oh, we do. Well, I mean, during football season, it gets a little heated.
Yeah, no doubt.
But
Yeah, we talked to him about the paintings of the signs, and I'm sure your mom knows what we're talking about. Hoax Bluff and Glencoe. There's not a stop sign anywhere that's not painted the other team's colors. It's like a tradition out there. But we appreciate you sitting in with us. I know it's a little warm in here today. It's about 120 in here. People don't
It
know this
is.
behind the camera.
It's
but
very hot.
hey, good luck this season, your senior
Thank
year, and
you.
obviously moving forward in life. And we appreciate you sitting in with us.
Well, thank you for letting me.
No doubt.